I'm here at Brothers Tech Center today to show you how to rebuild your heater control for your 67 to 72s, your Chevy or your GMCs. These are going to be busted 9 times out of 10. Take a look at this guy. The pop metal on these arms, they just can't take the stress over the years, and sooner or later it's going to break. Now, we're going to go ahead and rebuild this with Brothers Kit. It comes with a bunch of little things. You just need a few tools, a little bit of time. It's not that tough. A little bit of a Chinese puzzle, but that's why I'm here to walk you through it piece by piece. First thing I like to do is pull off these little lever heads here. All right, so that wouldn't come off. The whole arm just came out, but that's okay because you're going to get new ones with your kit here. After I've got my levers off here, I'm going to go ahead and take off my pin right here that's holding everything together. Now normally there is a speed nut on here that's holding it up, but a lot of times they rust and they'll just break off. This one already has, so I can just push this rod right on out and all of my arms will just fall out. Now that I've got this all empty, I can go ahead and clean this up, get it ready for all my new pieces going back in. So give me a few minutes to do that and I'll be right back. Now the face has to be clean or your decal will not stick. If you don't have any wax and grease remover, you can just use some rubbing alcohol or something along the lines of that. Once it's clean, go ahead and remove your sticker, and then you're going to want to start in this corner right here and gently lay it out. I like to get it in there as much as I can and as close as I can before I actually stick it so that I'm sure it's nice and straight. After I'm laying it, got it stuck in there a little bit, I want to go ahead and push out any air bubbles that might be in there, and I want to make sure that all my edges are down really nice and flat. So using my fingers and my fingernails, I'll get that all set up. It's going to be the same thing for this little guy on the side, and it's going to be the same thing for your defrost, air, and heat right here. Now having this nice and stable, of course, is going to work for you the best. That's why I'm using this 2x4 as a brace. Got that all set up so I can go ahead and install all of our little pieces here. I like to use the instructions as a little map to go by, and I like to lay everything out in the order in which it's going to go in. So I want you to take a little look at a couple of different things. You've got these little washers right here, or little spacers. They're going to go on the top and bottom. You've got a medium spacer and a longer spacer, and they have to go in the correct order. Your shorter one's going to go in first and your longer one. So I've got everything laid out in order. I'm going to get this guy right here. It's your skinny guy that does not have a bend in it. When I install it, I'm making sure that this is pointing downwards. So I'll slide that in. I'll get my spacer here. Get the rod. And get that on there. I'll double check my map here. So next is going to come E. That is my medium spacer. That's going on. Now we're grabbing our big fat guy here, making our point go down. It's going in my middle slot. Push your rod on up. Now we're going with our longer spacer. And then we're going to put in our last lever here. This is the one that has the little bit of a kitchet right there. So that's going to slide in our top. And then the last spacer here, I'm going to push the rod all the way up. It's hard to dangle everything all together. Then I'll get the last spacer and slide it in there some, get it positioned up pretty good. Then pull down the rod just enough to get in there. Things will shift around on you a bit, but it's not too tough. Notice these little clips right here. You got 3 small holes and one with a larger hole. The larger hole is going to go right on top of that pin there. I'm going to use a little 2x4 on the bottom for support. Put that on top, and I'll get a little socket that's just a little bit bigger than the pin and slide that down on top. And now I've got this nice and firm. Everybody's moving freely and good. Next, we'll put our switch in, but you're going to need this little plastic guy right here, and it's going to go on the knob that's on the switch right there. I'm going to switch that all the way up, And then this is going to install into the grooves that are on the middle fat lever right here. I made sure that it's in my groove good. I've got little screws that are going to be going on here. I'll just get that started so I can still move it around to get my other screw lined up. Might want to get yourself some electric grease, dielectric grease, and put them on these electric connections right here. Keep rust away, keep your connectivity up. And you're basically done. So, I'll put these guys on. Make sure that all the way to one side so they don't slip around on you. Then put your levers on. And we are good to go. Last little rings right here. They're going to be for where your cables are going to attach right here. And we're basically all set. Now let's say, for instance, that this is just too much, or old one's just too beat up. It's not a big deal. We make them brand new. Why did the arms break in the first place? More than likely, your cables got all rusted up. They wouldn't move. You tried to do it anyway and they broke. So make sure you get your cables at the same time, and anything else on the dash that you want to kill two birds with one stone. My name is David Welch. I'm here at Brothers Tech Center every day putting stuff on cars and trucks so that you can make sure they fit properly when they come. We'll see you on the road.